Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Maria. Today we are making a DIY snowman key holder for the wall. Let's get to it. Okay everyone, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year before I get started. And I hope you guys had an awesome new year with friends and family. So starting this off, Christmas is over, but winter is still here. So I wanted to do a snowman key holder because the one that I had there, it's about a year old, so I wanted to switch it and make something more up to date with snowmen on it. So I had that piece of board that I had picked up at the dollar store. I think it's 12, I would say by 6, I believe. I didn't measure it, but I think it's a 12 by 6, 12 by 8. But I painted that white. I only used one coat. And then I printed out these snowmen from my Cricut, and it's purple because it's not staying on there. I'm just using it as a stencil. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put that on the transfer tape, and then I'm gonna line it up onto the the wood board, and then I'm gonna paint it in blue, and then I'm going to take everything off with my weeding tool. But you'll see how I do that next. But I'm gonna put this on here lined up, and then you're gonna see the next step after I do that. So I'm gonna put this on here first because I want the white to be in the background. Of course, my snowmen are white. And then I'm going to paint this in blue. Okay, so the color that I'm using is Hey Sailor by DIY Paints. I've used this color before. So if you see my other videos, you see me do a lot of things with this, especially during the winter for Christmas. So I am painting over it, and I do only use one coat of this color on top, and then I start to weed off everything on there. The little snowman, the words, and then the little circles, which is like the snow coming down. Okay, so once that part is off, I add the other set of stencils because I wanted to be a little bit more detailed with this one. So I printed out another set and I added that one on top of the white that was already on there because I wanted to put different colors on here. So what I did was I don't know if you go on the Cricut design, you do the offset. I put the offset for the background, and that's what I put on to be all white first, and then I printed this one out, which is the actual snowman. So each snowman is different. So what I did was I went over it with different colors. I used DIY paints, Little Black Dress, Marquee, I believe is the Firecracker. I'm sorry, Firestarter. And I'll put the list in the bottom. I think I used the green Monet, but everything will be in the description box below, all the colors that I use. I could be wrong with one of the colors, but I'm pretty sure I'll list all of them on there so you can see which ones I use. But I wanted to be detailed with this. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you choose to make this yourself, you don't have to. You can just leave the snowman all white. You don't have to make them different. But I think they turned out really, really cute in the end. But if you keep watching to the end, you'll see how it turns out. Okay, so once I take everything off, I do go back and I paint the hat, the gloves, well, the mittens and the scarf on that second snowman, because I didn't add that on to the first time. So I end up doing that, and then I go over with the big top, and I paint the snowmans first because I don't know if it's happened to anyone, if you guys used it before, but when I go across it, it kind of pulls the color that's already there, and I didn't want any of the blue to go onto the white. So I did the colors in, like, I did the snowman first. I did all the white first, the snowman, snowflakes, the words. I went over that first, and then I started to do all the colors because the colors do bleed sometimes. Well, most of the time when you do go over it with the big top. So even though I did let it dry for some time, even when I went back over it, it still smeared. So I didn't want that to smear as much. So I went over it the white first, and then I went over the blue with the big top because I wanted the colors to look more vibrant. So that's why I used the big top on this one. I don't always use it, but I wanted these colors to be a little bit more brighter. So that's why I'm using the big top on this one. Okay, so once I was done with the previous step, I then go over it with the heat gun to let the paint dry a little longer, like a little faster. And then I go over with my Mod Podge and I paint the snowflakes, and I do, like, I put some glue on the snowflakes and a little bit on the hat and the earmuffs because I wanted to add this fox snow from the Dollar Tree that I had left over, and I thought it gave it like that little shine. I thought it was really, really cute. So I wanted to add that on there. So like I said, I used the Mod Podge, and I don't put a lot, but that was just like a simple step that I wanted to add on there. So after I was done with that, I went over the screws that I already had on the floor, on the wall with the tape. I marked it, and then I put it on the back of here because this is where I wanted these hooks in the back to go. I didn't use the D hooks this time because I used the D hooks on the other one, and even though they are good for that, when we would put our keys on it, sometimes if I grabbed them really fast, it would come off the wall because it was coming off the D hook. But this hook is different because this is the one that you insert in and you just slide down, so it wouldn't come off the wall. So I felt like these were better. So I use these on here, and then I use these little hooks for the bottom just to add the keys on there. And then I didn't have screws that were short enough to screw the back part on it, but I do a little mistake, but you can't really see it on the video because I was making sure that the screws weren't going to go through, but even the smaller ones that I did have on hand, they went through just a little bit. So I had to bring the screw out a little bit more just so it wouldn't pierce completely through. So, but you can't really tell on the video like how far it went. It just like went a little bit. But anyway, those still worked out fine, and it stays on the wall a lot better than the last one did. But I wanted to do something different. Like, even though Christmas was over, I wanted to change my theme a little bit, put all my Christmas decorations away, took my tree down, and then I wanted to decorate for the winter. But if you stay to the end, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more. To the next one. Bye.